People feel the very best when they are full of energy. But energy isn't something that most people on the planet go directly for. Instead, they subconsciously try to go about getting energy in indirect ways. It's a rare person who asks themselves the question, what would give me energy right now? But this is the exact tool that I am saying you need to put in your tool basket. The first thing that I'm going to do is to ask you to compile a very long list, the longer the better, of things specifically that energize you, the things that feed you. What gives you energy? I want you to make sure to include things that give you energy on a mental, emotional, and physical level, knowing, of course, that everybody's list is going to be different. The reason that everybody's list is going to be different is because one thing might give a person energy, where for another person it might take energy away. For example, one person may love organizing because when they organize, it gives them energy, it energizes them. Another person may feel like organizing things completely depletes them and steals energy from them. So you can understand what I mean by this exercise, I'm going to give you a very short example. Very short example, that a client of mine did. Cuddling, listening to classical music, watching a fantasy movie, taking a walk somewhere I've never walked before, rowing, which is an intense workout on the canal, drinking matcha tea, people watching in the park, going into different shops to see new items but without the intention of buying something, steam rooms, having a long-term goal to aim for, getting physically aroused but making sure to not ejaculate, debating someone, going on a food tour in the city, playing chess, wearing a pair of new slacks, scoring a new company as a client of my marketing firm, eating spirulina and chlorella, eating apples, listening to 15 to 20 hertz high beta frequency, watching, reading, or listening to inspiring biographies, attending retreats, climbing trees, traveling to tropical locations. You get the point. I want you to compile this list, and keep in mind when you do this that different things are going to energize you on different days, which is part of the beauty of compiling this list. Because instead of having to brainstorm in the moment of depletion, what would give you energy, you can simply go to this list and pick something off of it that's applicable for that particular moment in time. Because one day something on that list may give you energy, and in another set and circumstance it may actually deplete you. Also, I have to add, brainstorming in the present moment is something that only feeds you if you're a person who is energized by brainstorming. I also want you to keep adding to this list over time because it's an absolute guarantee that there are a lot of things yet to be discovered by you that should end up on this list. Things you've yet to experience. Now that you've done that, here are 3 other suggestions that will help you to gain energy. Number 1, recognize and do your best to eliminate those things that rob you of energy. A lot about becoming energized is about what you take away from your life, those energy-robbing, depleting experiences, as much as it is about adding things that give you energy. So what things do you do that take the most energy? And I want you to keep in mind that there are things where energy expenditure is something that is a necessary element of whatever you're doing, or what we would call effort. But expending energy or effort can actually be pleasurable. So when we are compiling this list, it's really important that what you're looking for is those things that take energy away from you, that there's an expenditure but that feels crappy to do, not one that's pleasurable. What might be some solutions for those things? How might you take those things off your plate? 2, meet your needs directly and go for things that give you energy in a direct way. One of the things that makes it so hard for people in today's age to gain energy is because they keep going about it in roundabout ways. The thing about going for your needs or for things that give you energy in a roundabout way is it hardly ever pays off. For example, we may help someone in the hopes that they'll reciprocate by giving us gratitude, or we may pour our energy into work so we can earn vacation days. This is rather like fishing for energy or fishing for your needs to be met when there's no guarantee that you're going to actually catch that fish. When it comes to energy and needs, you want to be as direct as possible. To understand more about this, you can watch my video titled Meet Your Needs. 2. Do things you love simply for the process of it, or the doing of it. And do things you love for the achievement, or the end goal, only if you can guarantee that end goal will come about, absolutely come about, and in an immediate way. When I explain this point further, it's important to know that I'm not actually advocating for you to get rid of your long-term goals. Keep those long-term goals, but you're definitely going to have to put more energy into goals that have an instant payoff if what you're dealing with is energy depletion. When we engage in doing things that we love for the doing of it in and of itself, we are fed with energy at the same time as expending it. We absorb at the same time as we emit. This is one reason why people who choose careers that they love doing have so much more energy and experience much more well-being. But here's the thing. Achievements and outcomes and goals and destinations also give you energy, as long as they actually happen. So when it comes for going directly for energy when you feel depleted, do those things where it's not about an achievement or an end goal or an outcome. It's about you love the doing of what you're doing so much you could do it forever. And focus your energy on doing those things where you really love doing them for some sort of an end result, but you can absolutely guarantee that that end result is going to be an instant gratification scenario and more immediate than a long-term gratification scenario. Given everything that I've just said, keep in mind that it's important to fill up your days with things that give you energy. This way, you can maintain your state of energy. Don't fall into the trap of simply doing these energy-giving activities when you already feel depleted. Have a good week. If you liked this video, be sure to share it, like it, and also subscribe to my channel so you can see more content like this. But I want to personally thank you for taking the initiative and having the bravery to step into the space of awareness, not only for yourself, but for the benefit of those around you.